Hello everyone, welcome to Learn English with Dr. DK. So, today it's our 12th day of our live classes, which I have every Saturday. And if you are watching us, feel free to type your answers in the chat, and I will try to get back to you while during my class. So, right now I have many students in the class. They are in the class right now, and pretty much about like 20 students. Okay, so today this class is all it's gonna revolve around you. Okay, I will be the one who will be observing, and you are going to practice the skills with me. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the verb, and you are going to create the sentences. And if anyone wants to jump in, if someone is I'm not saying, okay, if you think that you can add something in that sentence, it's okay. You can do that, but very respectfully, okay? And I'm gonna give a chance to everyone to come up with a different sentence by using the same verb, okay? You can create a question with that verb. You can create a sentence with that verb. So anything, it's up to you. It's a present tense or past tense or anything. But I'm just gonna show you the verb. So now the very first person, so draw, and I want you to come up with.
Can I make it, ma'am?
Yes.
Who can draw this picture?
Who can draw this picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another one is I can draw this picture easily.
So you are answering, you are asking the question, who can draw this picture, and you are answering it by yourself. I can draw this picture. Which picture you are talking about?
I can draw any picture. I can also draw the picture of the person who is sitting in front of me. Okay. Because I have ability to draw any kind of picture.
So you like to draw?
Yeah, I love drawing picture.
Okay. The next person, anyone wants to?
Ma'am, can I, ma'am? Bridget.
Yeah.
Sure. My son is drawing a picture.
Of?
Now he is also drawing.
So your son is drawing a picture right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he drawing your picture?
Drawing safety rules.
Oh, safety rules about what? What kind of safety rules?
In his school, given a project work.
Okay, like a lab safety rule or
road safety rules. Huh? Road safety rules.
Road safety rule, traffic.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. Traffic.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, the next person.
Ma'am,
May I, ma'am?
may I,
ma'am?
Excuse me. Don't say me because I cannot see that. Mute. Please mute. Okay. Yes. Say your name and start the sentence or question, whatever you want to say. Yes.
Ma'am Shivam, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar show, which is going on in Delhi, has drawn a great character of the Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar inside me.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. That's another way to use the same verb instead of saying drawing something on a paper, right? On a piece of paper. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Another person.
Ekta Bhatt, ma'am.
Yes.
My sister is making like draw painting related to save water.
Making, your sister is making to draw
To give a message to ma'am, save water.
Ma'am?
Okay. So your sister is drawing a picture about
Yeah, ma'am. Which
say,
is
how to save a water.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, excellent. Okay,
Ma'am,
okay.
I am Jyoti.
Yes, Jyoti.
In the novel Dark Horse, the writer Nilotpar Mrinal draw the real life of UPSC students in Mukherjee Nagar.
Are you reading a sentence from somewhere?
No, ma'am.
It looked like you are reading from a screen.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
मैम वो बैक में मैप लगा हुआ है इंडिया एंड वर्ल्ड मैप.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. The next person.
Ma'am, can I make one more sentence?
I want to give a chance to everyone at least one time, and then you can come up with another one. I have many. Okay. The next one.
I am Zeba. Drawing is a art. No, and everyone cannot draw a picture. Who is draw perfectly? That man is a good artist.
Who can? The person who can draw. Yes. Can draw because it's an ability, right? You remember we were learning can and could and all that. So it's an ability to do. So one can draw a picture or one cannot draw. Like I'm not a good drawer. I'm not a good drawer. So person who draw the picture, drawer. 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 So I'm not a good drawer. Okay, excellent. The next one.
Thank you.
Mhm. Come on. Anyone? Hello, Dimple ji.
Yeah,
How are you?
good evening.
Good to
I just have joined you, so I don't know as I listen, something is going on about draw, and
Uh-huh.
as I as I say, can you draw a chair to me?
Yeah. Can you draw a chair for me? Yeah, for me. Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you draw a picture of a chair? Or yeah, can you draw a chair for me is fine too. Yes.
No,
Uh-huh.
like as I am sitting in some party, so
Ah,
I say and I say anybody else, can you draw a chair near me?
oh,
Means Krishna, I am just relating it with it.
can you draw a chair for
How
me?
means pulling, like pulling, isn't it? Or am I
Can
wrong?
you draw a chair for me? I mean in American English, no. If it's in
Okay.
English, anyone can help. Anyone? Do you think we can use that? In a sentence, can you draw a chair for me?
Ma'am, it's
It's a good
ma'am.
question.
I was saying that it was like a drawing, something like a drawer. When we pull, जैसे हम draw को
हाँ,
खींचते हैं, draw का खींचने के लिए भी use करते हैं कई बार, जैसे withdraw the money from the
Yeah,
bank.
right. That's a withdraw. That's a different word.
That's a different word, yes.
Yeah. So I will say simply, can you pull that chair for me, or can you move that chair close to me? Something simple way. I will not say draw. Draw. I don't think so. No. But it's a good. Excellent. Yes. The
Thank you.
next one. See, that's what the learning is. If we have any doubts, we can clear our doubts, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. The next one. Name and sentence. Are you out of sentences? Is there anyone who can draw my picture? That will be sketch, right? So, I
Shall
think
I make, ma'am?
that will be my.
Matlesh?
Huh?
Shall I make, ma'am, Matlesh?
Uh-huh.
When I was studying in class 10th, I was good at drawing. And I used to draw the picture, but nowadays I'm unable to draw any kind of picture.
Oh my goodness. You know what? You are like me. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think because when I was in school, I was a good drawer. I was a good drawer. I remember I used to draw like elephants or fish, some kind of like I used to draw animals. Okay, but
Yeah.
I am not a good drawer because I am out of practice. I am not
Because
drawing.
because that time, I kept on drawing the picture, but nowadays we are unable to give the proper time to draw picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the reason I think. And I was wondering why I can't draw it anymore. Like, I'm not a good drawer anymore. But now I was like, okay, it's not only me. There are other people like me too.
And nowadays even I can't draw the picture of mango as well.
Okay. No. The next one. Ask. Ask.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
that
can
is
I?
quite that is quite easy, ma'am. I can easily to make it.
Okay, let the other person speak. Again, guys, don't say can I. Say your name and start. Yes. Come on. Say your name and start. I am not going to ask you any question. You are going to ask the questions and you are going to make the questions. Okay.
I'm Vana.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
That's
So
the sentence, ma'am.
that's your sentence, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent. Next one. Come on, everyone. It's okay. Okay, guys, listen to me. I am not expecting from you to make like a compound sentences or make a complex sentences or make a compound complex sentences. Even if you are making just a simple sentence with one subject, one verb, it's okay. Okay? It's fine. It's completely fine. So try it. Go ahead. Who wants to
एक
go?
क्या but ma'am,
Okay, go ahead.
I was asking to my mother, explain what is my mistake, which I had done previously.
Okay, so you were asking your mother to find out. So I was asking my mother to find out my mistakes. Okay. Or correct my mistakes or help me to correct my mistakes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. The next one.
Ma'am,
Excellent.
Bridget. Ma'am, I'm Bridget, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Students are asked to come into the class.
Students are asked to join the class. You said come to the class. Okay.
Come to the class.
Okay. Excellent. Who is the next one?
Zeba, to gain some knowledge, I have to a habit to improve ourselves to ask any question about anything.
I, you can say I have to make a habit to
Yes.
make a habit. Okay, you have
I
to make a habit.
I have to make habit.
Yeah, or I should ask questions, right? Or I need to ask questions in order to learn, in order to enhance, in order to improve, right?
Right. Thank you.
I need to ask. I have to ask. I
Have.
ask. I can ask. You can use all these different model verbs. In other words, excellent. Yes.
Mitlis, ma'am.
Mute, please. Zina, mute. Mute, please. अगर आप नहीं बोल रहे तो म्यूट रखिए क्योंकि बैकग्राउंड साउंड्स बहुत ज्यादा वाली हैं.
Mitlis, ma'am.
Yes.
There are plenty of questions today I have, so you gave me the chance to ask with you.
So there are plenty of questions I need to ask. So you can say there are hundreds of questions because when you're talking about questions, you can talk about numbers. Numbers, not plenty is okay, but numbers. You can say I have hundreds of questions to ask. I have many questions to ask. I have thousands of questions to ask.
And I can say, ma'am, instead of plenty of, we can use it a lots of. Is it okay?
Ma'am,
Lots
several.
of questions is fine
No,
too. Many
but I
few
think
questions.
we cannot use a several, because I think several is we use one or two and three only question. Several.
Which one?
Several, ma'am.
Ma'am, instead of a lot of, we can use several.
Yeah,
No, I
several
think,
questions. Several you
ma'am,
several
if
questions.
we are talking about the several, I think we only ask the question 2 and 3 question. On that
No,
condition,
no.
we have to use several.
I have several
because
questions.
because I have studied about these things. Several. We cannot ask her so many things.
No, a few. A few means maybe 3 or 4. Several means I will say several might be 10 questions. Yeah, no, several you can say. I have several questions.
Several means many.
Yeah, it's a few is just like 3, 4, kind of
Yes.
like this.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
not like 100% like 3 or 4, but that means less number, right? So when you, okay.
Ma'am, may I?
There are many ways to say the same. Yes.
My friends asked me about the burning issues in news.
Okay. The burning issues in news. So what are the burning issues in these days in news?
Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Russia, Ukraine, yes, war, conflict is not, it's like a war now, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
the whole world is
It's
very,
like war.
yes, excellent. Okay, who is the next one? I,
Vikas Kumar.
Ma'am,
Vikas Kumar, yes, please, Vikas.
hello.
Vikas.
Today,
Yes,
on the
Vikas.
points
Yes.
of
Hello, ma'am. I think my net is not correct.
No, you are fine. Let Vikas speak, please. Okay, yes, Vikas.
today I learned from Constitution fundamental rights of the citizens.
Okay, okay.
Correct?
You learned, so we are using a word ask.
About fundamental rights from an Indian Constitution.
Okay. So did you use ask word? Did you use ask in your sentence?
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Another one. Next person, please. Hi.
Ma'am,
Good.
Kajal,
Yes, Kajal.
I ask you that how is growth my vocabulary?
Okay. Okay, you can say, ma'am, I want to ask you a question, or I want to ask you, how can I grow my vocabulary? Okay? Yes.
Hello,
Okay.
ma'am.
That's the way we are
Hello.
growing our vocabulary. That's what we are doing, practicing our speaking skills also. Yes. Next one.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead, please. The word is ask. Our vocabulary word is ask.
Want to ask?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ask.
Yes, ma'am Shivam. We should daily ask some question to ourselves before taking a night, before taking a sleep. That is very important. So we all should ask some question to ourselves before taking a sleep for living a productive life.
Okay. So we should ask when, okay, before we sleep, okay, at night when you go to bed, go
Yes,
to bed.
ma'am. Like what did we do in whole day?
So what is another word you can use for this? we need to do what? We need to reflect on our day, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
पूरे दिन के ऊपर रिफ्लेक्शन करना है, जो सोचना है कि आज आपने व्हाट यू डिड राइट, वेयर यू मेड एनी मिस्टेक, where you can grow, if something didn't happen the way you wanted to, what are the things you can do in order to change it or improve it, right? So that is called reflection. So we need to reflect every night before we sleep or when we go to bed. And that's what I always tell to my students here in my institution too. That you need to reflect every night when you go to bed about your day, about your life. What are the things
Yes.
you right? Yes, excellent. Okay.
Okay,
Next.
ma'am. Hello,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Can I ask you, as guys were discussing about several and many, but as I think several means different kind of things,
Yeah.
right? Many means the same object in a many numbers, like 4 5 numbers, and several means there it comes different things
Different.
in several.
Okay. See. Okay. When you go with the dictionary, one thing I want you to understand that प्लीज डिक्शनरी में जो डेफिनेशंस हैं दे those definitions are limited definitions, okay?
Okay.
Because
Yes.
for one word there are hundreds of meanings sometimes. Then there
Yeah.
are the cultural meanings. But when you are learning English as a foreign language and second language and living in another country, you go sometime because that's the only source you have is to consult the dictionary, right? And
Yes.
dictionary has limited definitions. But you use this word several questions. It's a very I will say common way to say that I have several questions. Yeah, I have several questions to ask. Or you can ask me several questions. Yeah, there are several questions we need to answer. It's a very common. I don't know about British English, but yes, here in America, it's very common. It's very common. We use this word a lot.
Several and many stand for same
Yeah,
same
it's same.
meaning.
Right.
Okay.
Pretty. Yes.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yes.
Ma'am,
Another.
in newspaper also several is used for many.
Right. See here. Now, I know even when I was teaching, like, I think 2 years ago, I had a live class, and I am very used to say environment, learning environment, teaching environment. And one of my students from India, like, she came and she said, Ma'am, I use this word in my college, or I think she was somewhere in college, and she said, my teacher said, no, that's not the right way to say. You cannot say environment. Environment तो होता है जो कि environment, weather के साथ या वो learning environment teach ऐसा नहीं होता है. So I was like, no, it's correct. And then you can hear this word, it's environment. So see, again, because the teacher was looking the definition in the dictionary. And in dictionary, you're going to find only limited meanings, right? So environment है, learning environment, teaching environment. Yeah, environment हम use करते हैं word. So that's just one of the example that there are so many words. And I mean, I know it reminded me one more incident. Like I watched one video on YouTube, and I don't know if she's a retired professor now, but from India, and she had like about 7 8 million views on that particular video, and she was saying कि degree pursue करना नहीं होता. You cannot say I'm pursuing my master's or I'm pursuing my bachelor's. And I was like, and she was telling there was a big audience where she was speaking of English class, and I was like, क्यों नहीं होता, ये तो होता है, pursuing my master's, pursuing. And then I asked my daughter also, because my daughter, she's is doing her master's. And I was like, do you? She said, yeah, go in America, 100%. If I have a doubt sometime, I just I learned English as a second language, but their English is their language, right? And then even I asked to my co-workers also, they were saying, yeah, it's correct. I was like, okay, yeah. So, I mean, she was addressing millions of students and were telling them that this is wrong. But that is not wrong. And now many students are using that word pursuing because they are listening this word from many YouTube channels, right?
We also use pursuing my
But I
degree.
think,
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
but
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think, ma'am, hello. I think pursuing means when I am doing some graduation or so thing. That means कि अभी मैं इस चीज को कर रही हूँ. I am pursuing it.
Yeah.
When it is completed, but I am not pursuing my degree. And a degree is a complete course. After
Yes.
when I get a degree, then I never mention it. I am pursuing degree.
Right.
Thing is
No, no.
that.
When you are in a process.
Yeah,
Yes.
when we are in a process,
Excuse
then
me,
we are
ma'am.
pursuing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. And I have also one more doubt, ma'am. And normally in India, when we are telling about education, then we also say that, I'm pursuing in class 11th, I'm pursuing in class 10th. So instead of, I'm studying in class 10th, can we use it?
Okay, here I will say I am in 10th. Like here we don't say class, we say grade. But in India you say class. But it's the same thing. You can say I'm in 10th class or I'm in 10th grade. I am in 10th grade. You don't say I'm in 10th.
But normally in India, they are saying, I'm pursuing in class 10th. So
No.
is it not right?
That's not the correct way to say that. I'm pursuing in 10th. No. No. Because pursuing is you are pursuing.
Because I have
A
because I
continuous
have
process.
because I have seen the many videos on YouTube. They are teaching us instead of I'm doing graduation, I'm studying in class, I'm reading. They are saying to you can use it. I'm pursuing.
I think pursuing is used for something that is 2-3 years long process.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If they can say doing my plus two, maybe that can be okay, but we don't. It's just say I'm in 10th grade, I'm in 11th grade, or I am in 12th grade. Here, 11th grade, 12th grade. In India, we say I'm in 10 plus 1 or 10 plus something like that. How you say that? 10 plus 2, I know 10 plus 2, right? And I know when I was in India, in our time, we used to have prep उसके बाद खत्म हो गई थी शायद prep. तो फिर it was prep was used to be in college also, 11th grade. And I never did 12th grade when I did BA first year after 11th grade. So it's बहुत पुरानी बातें हैं मेरे, जबकि मेरी एजुकेशन इंडिया से है. तो वी हैड प्रेप. आई थिंक दैट वाज द लास्ट ईयर व्हेन वी हैड प्रेप, व्हेन आई डिड माय एजुकेशन, एंड देन बीए फर्स्ट ईयर, बीए सेकंड ईयर. बट देन दे स्टार्टेड plus 2. When I was there, we never had plus 2. Yeah, it was 11th grade, or you can do prep in like after 10th grade. There was an option. You can be in 11th grade in school, or you can do prep in college and then go to BA first year. So BA was 4 years that time. So okay. So
Okay, let it be, ma'am. It was a it was a normal problem.
it was what?
It was normal confusion.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, see, language का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप ग्रामर लिखने वाले भी तो लोग ही हैं ना, इंसान ही हैं. उसमें क्या है? अरे हियर आई हैव even many, there is so much debate about it, and there are so many changes occurred in, there are so many words, new words get added in the dictionary also. So even there are so much like technology की terminology इतनी नई add हो रही है dictionary में. So we are the people who create the language and add the language, right? So it's कल्चरल भी है. देखो कुछ चीजें कल्चरल भी होती हैं, हर एक कल्चरल में भी है. जैसे आप कहते हो कि pursuing my 11th grade or pursuing my 12th grade. So it's kind of like in a Indian. And one more thing, very interesting. When I was pursuing my degree here in America, and I had my linguistic professor, and she was talking about English around the world, and she was talking about the standardized English, and she said British English, Australian English, Canadian English, American English, Singapore English, and she didn't mention India. And I said, yeah, she didn't mention that. And I told, I was like, but even in India, India, I think if you go worldwide, India की population ही इतनी है तो इतने लोग English बोलते हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. But she said Indian English is not standard English. I was shocked. I was like, really? She said, yes. Even Singapore English is a standard English, but Indian English is not standard English. Can you imagine that? I felt so bad about it. It was kind of like offended for me. Like, why? Yeah, but that's
Yeah, that is the reality, ma'am. Okay, and that is the reality because the Indian people they are not gonna so much interested in English, and that is why our condition is so miserable nowadays.
I don't.
They are not focusing too much on English, and our government is also does not care about the English. So that is the problem.
No, ma'am. I think there are many languages in India. India is the country of languages.
Right.
There are many languages spoken in India. So at every step, the accent of people change.
Yeah, no, that I personally thought about it. I mean, that was the time I'm talking about 22 or 3 years ago. This incident, the professor and my incident, it's a very old, not like recently, right? That was the time when I asked her, and she said, "Yeah, Indian English is not a standard English," and I was like, "Oh, okay." But I think it's maybe because of very strong accent. That's my personal understanding is that the
But
accent.
the main problem is that, ma'am, in my state in Bihar, English is not compulsory in my examination as well.
In 10th grade also, English is not compulsory.
Yeah. But after completing the 10th, we had to face directly, and that is why it becomes very complicated to speak and learn, and as well read.
Yes, yes.
We
So,
did
Ma'am,
not teacher
there is
did
also
not
one.
teach in a previous time.
Uh,
let's back to work. Back to work.
Yeah.
I have to work hard for achieving my goal.
Yes, I have to work hard. I think everyone needs to work hard and smart,
And
right?
please, ma'am, if you want to do something special in your life, then you need to do something special work.
Yes. Yes. And one thing I noticed that many students they want to enhance their skills, but they don't want to work hard. They
Yeah.
just can happen.
Yeah,
That's not
they want to say I want to be the good speaker of English, but it's not gonna happen by saying it.
right. Exactly. It's not gonna happen just by saying it. We have to do the work.
We have to do work hard.
Yes, we have.
Working hard gives us a good result
Yes, of course.
and reaches help us to reach our goal.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Absolutely.
Ma'am, Jayashree,
Come on.
hello, ma'am.
Other.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. A housewife always work 24/7.
When they sleep.
But they have
Ma'am, even their sleeping time is also not fixed.
Their dreams.
In the middle also, they may be disturbed.
Right. That means they are still working and in their dreams also. Okay, 24 hours.
Yeah, ma'am. If there is small child, then she have to woke up.
Right, right. Oh yeah, of course. When someone has a little kid, yes, of course they have to wake up. Yes. Okay, another one.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Shivam.
Zeba, I have to work so many things to do in daily basis.
Okay, so I have work so many.
So many things to do in daily basis.
I have to work. Okay. Okay. Next one.
Shivam,
Yes.
I salute to the work of my country soldiers. I salute to the work of my country soldiers.
Okay. You salute to the work of your country
Country
soldier.
soldier.
Shivam, it's fine, but I think the more appropriate word will be services.
Services.
Yeah, services. I salute to my country's
Pronunciation skill. Pronunciation.
or their services or the country their services. Yes, services is more appropriate word to use. Work.
Yes. Ma'am, I'm also want to ask that here we are discussing about the work as a noun or as a verb.
You can use it as a noun or as a verb. I don't care as long as you are using this word in your sentence. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm at least, ma'am. Nowadays, we are gonna work on pronunciation because it's very useful for me.
You're gonna work on what?
Nowadays, I'm gonna work on my pronunciation because it is very important for myself.
Oh, so you want to refine your pronunciation. Pronunciation. Okay.
Pronunciation. Because
Yes.
that's matter a lot. Without having a good pronunciation, we cannot achieve anything. Because in this time, a lot of people they are speaking English, but those have a pronunciation skill, they can get success very soon.
Right. Okay. So you are working hard to improve your pronunciation,
Yeah,
find your,
exactly.
okay. Excellent. Okay. The next one. I have many students here, but I don't hear a lot. Hey Sandeep, are you there?
Hello,
Sandeep?
ma'am.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Come on, you are silent listener today. Why?
No, ma'am, I was just listening to all of you because I I have come here for a long time after, so that's why I was not speaking. I thought that when I got the term, I will.
Did you?
I want to, ma'am, when you gave us the topic work, I have written some lines on that. Because I want, can I mention it here? Can I say?
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. Work is a big word in here in life. Everyone needs work. Every human being in this world is working, and it's being completed for a long time. I am working, but the thing is that we have to work hard for our goals, because in this world everyone is working, but the thing which we should know and which we need to know that if we are working for achieving our goal, so work should be done for our goals.
Working
That's all, ma'am.
towards, okay, working towards our goal. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Excellent. Okay. So yes, so no one can stop you to achieve your goals. Yes. I mean, sooner or later in life, I understand one thing. See here, I know, I understand that in India, if you look at that way, that people have degrees, many higher educated people are over there, and but there are not many opportunities, right? That is the reality, right? Many, because there are not many jobs out there. I can understand that, right? But still, can say that always try to have goals, but at the same time, try to have. I know some people say, "Oh, don't have your backup plan," but I always say no. You have to have a backup
There
plan.
must be a backup.
Because if you do not have a backup plan, then if you don't get it what you desired for, then there's gonna be a huge disappointment, right? Because then you don't know what to do. yeah, you can have a backup plan somewhere in the back head of your mind, right? But still, that means that you will never be that low in your life, that you always gonna see a maybe a little glimpse of hope and to work towards that. You know what I mean? So that is important, having a backup plan.
Ma'am,
According to me,
here,
based on my experience.
here, hello,
Yes.
ma'am. Ma'am, here I want to express my feelings about backup plan because a few days before I met one of my friends and he says that no one should have their backup plans because backup plans never lets you grow up in your life.
Like, okay, I know, like some people say that back if you have a backup plan, then you
Ma'am,
will
I don't think so.
100% towards what you are trying to achieve. What's your goal,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay.
And I think that he's saying so because he is just completely focused on his first goal and he doesn't have any plan B. He just have only plan A and the last plan in his life. And he is really very confident, and I really agree with him. And when I see that he is really very confident, I also got confidence. But I don't think so that he is saying everything is right in his words.
Yeah, I think
So
every here how people say these things. People say these things based on their experiences, right? So, for
yes,
in my case, you will not believe it. I always had my backup plan become my first plan. Can you imagine that? I never had my first plan. I never achieved what I decided to have my first plan. So always had my backup plan, and that worked for me. So, for example, when I started my college, and public administration was introduced that time. That was the year, the first year they introduced the new subject was public administration, and I always had that somewhere in my head that I want to become a public administrator. Okay, and I want to do my degree in public administration. So I did my bachelor's. I had public administration as a subject, the very first time introduced in Punjab University that time. And then when I had my bachelor's degree and I was ready to pursue my master's degree, and that was the time the phones, we didn't have that kind of like a communication that time. So somehow they sent me the interview letter for public administration's master's degree. I didn't receive the letter on time, and when I reached there to the university, and they said, "Oh, the interview was yesterday," and I missed the interview. Okay, so I was like, now what I'm gonna do? Okay, so then I had another field, education, and I was like, okay, then I can do a degree in education. So right, so then I did the degree in education, and then did the PhD in education, and then it's my field just changed from from administrator to teacher.
Teacher.
Right. So when I came here in America, then I was like, had to start from the scratch because when I came here, I was asking, I did PhD, I was a college professor, what I'm gonna do here, and everyone like, we don't know. And then someone told me, hey, IT is booming. Why don't you just go to IT? And I was like, okay, I did e-commerce and Java programming. Okay, and at the same time, I had one interview. They were like, "Oh, teaching position," and I was like very excited. And my husband like, "Okay, you can go and appear for interview." And I went there. I had an interview, and I had all my, all my documents, my PhD, and this and that, and I was like, and imagine the teacher was a daycare. In a daycare where I had to change babies' nappies. They were like, we're gonna pay you. That was the time, about 25, 6 years ago. We're gonna pay you $7, 15 or 20 cents per hour, something like that. And thank God I didn't cry over there right away. I came out and my husband was like, what happened? I had tears in my eyes and he said, what happened? I said, do you know that position was for daycare? Like, And I felt so, I had all my degrees in my hand, my PhD in education here in America. You know, it was like, okay, what I'm gonna do. So after that, I e-commerce and Java programming, but then I don't think so I can do this because I am not a kind of person who gonna sit in the office and do the programming and everything. I learned Java programming. We learned how to make the traffic lights and all programming, Java program. And those time, it is before 2000. You can sorry, yeah, 2000, yeah. So in 1990s की बात कर रही हूँ, 97 98 की बात कर रही हूँ. So, but that was not the field where I wanted to go because teaching was my then passion, because that's what I was doing in India too. So then my husband said, okay, it's up to you. If you don't want to work, do not work. Just pay attention to your education. I am here to support you. Then I started my university and I did my degrees in English so I can teach English. Right? So it took me time, but then I started from the beginning. I started as a substitute teacher. I was used to go to the schools where they used to call me, in the system was calling me. If any teacher is absent, I can go to her place. And I learned a lot by doing that, right? And at the same time, I was working towards it. And that's the reason my children, they don't speak Indian language because I was speaking English to them because I was improving my English too, right? And sometimes they say your children don't speak. I was like, I was improving my English too, so that's the reason. But they understand. They understand Hindi and Punjabi. My son can speak some, but my daughter maybe one or two sentences. But number she knows only up to 13 because there is a song 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. She was just telling me yesterday, Mom, I know up to 13 in Hindi. I was like, yeah, I know that, and that you learn from that song. So that's what I'm saying. So that's the way I did everything. It's not ready and is in your plate that you can come here and do it. When you come here, you have to start your life from the scratch. I was I taught in university in India, I taught in college in India, and then here I was. They were offering me job to change the diapers. So it's life. It's not easy, but we have to work hard towards it. And now, when my degree was recognized in America, I am PhD in education and I am doctor. So even all my co-workers, everyone, my principal, they call me doctor, right? Because I am a doctor. It's recognized in America, my degree. So that's what and even in the pay level also, I am on the high level in my pay also. So I am making very decent money. I'm very happy, living very good life. But this is something I have my passion that I want to help Indian students, or not only Indian students, I mean Asian students who speak Hindi or my language. But at the same time, I have to support my channel too, right? Because I always say that right now I'm paying everything out of my pocket, and my husband says, you are the only one special person on this planet who is working all day and not making even a single penny out of this channel. I was like, it's okay, but this is something my passion. Maybe here we don't have like a retirement system. Yes, we do have a retirement system. It's up to you if you want to get retired. So it's not like
no age limit.
Till I'm gonna be like 80 or 85, 90. I don't know. I can work. It's my choice. That's the way it works in America. They don't send you home. It's your choice to get retired and stay at home. Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's we talk a lot, and the next one, drive. Come.
I can.
Yes.
Bridget, ma'am.
Yes.
I can drive a car.
You can drive a car. Okay. Yes. Drive we can use not only for driving, but we can use in many other ways also this word drive. So keep in mind. Yes.
Okay.
I have been driving the car since 25 years.
Okay, so I have been
About 25 years.
About 25 years.
Ma'am,
Huh? Yes,
I want to drive car.
I want to drive. I want to learn how to drive. Okay, because you don't. Do you know how to drive? Hello. Do
I
you know?
want to,
You want to
yes, ma'am.
learn.
I want to
Okay,
learn. Yes,
you want to learn.
I want to
Excellent.
learn drive car.
Okay. Maria,
Yes, ma'am.
not saying anything today. What happened?
I scared to drive.
You are scared to drive. Okay. Okay. You are scared. Do you,
Ma'am, I am always scared of riding the bikes fast, and that's the reason I don't even know how to drive.
how to learn to drive?
Ma'am, Jai Shri,
Yes.
you must be careful when you drive a car.
Yes. You must be careful. Yes. You should.
I'm Miss ma'am.
Yes.
Life does not drive easily because it's so complicated. So that is why we must be careful.
Right. Right. Okay. So, is there anyone can use this word in a different way instead of driving a car?
Yeah, I use
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
I told you life does not drive easily because it's very complicated, and that is why we must be careful.
Ma'am, this is Shivam. We have started a vaccination drive in our country for the people. Like it's like a bihan in Hindi, drive like a bihan. We have started a new drive. We have started a vaccination drive in our country.
Excellent. Another one. You can.
Ma'am, drive to your calls.
Okay. Someone. So, see, when we are using this word, we can use it in the past tense also. People drive me crazy sometimes. He's driving me crazy. Did you hear that kind of word? No? Some, you are driving me crazy. Driving me crazy means making me. Driving, you are driving me crazy today.
कल्पना पाणी ओछू वापर आमचं पण काय नाही भरलं
Oh, but mute कर.
त्यांनी बोरिंगचं पाणी पण नाही भरलं
Please mute.
Ma'am, please ask them to mute the
Yeah, I
video.
know. I'm telling them to please keep muted yourself. Okay. The next one. Simple. Simple. Come on. Who wants to use this?
Ma'am, Jai Shri.
Yes, Jayashri.
I always eat healthy food. I always eat healthy food.
Everything. Okay. I always eat everything in. I always.
Healthy food.
I always eat healthy food. Healthy food.
Eating is one of my hobbies, ma'am.
Healthy food.
Healthy food. Okay. Healthy food. Okay. The next one.
If you eat more, you will gain more.
If you will eat more,
You will gain more.
what kind of food you eat, right?
Indian food. I like to eat simple food.
You like to eat simple food.
We
Okay.
should not eat more amount of junk foods.
Yeah, we should try to avoid.
Avoid.
Yes, we should
Avoid
try
junk foods.
to eat junk food. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am. I have one more sentence. We should avoid junk food because it will damage our liver.
Right. Yes. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Come on. Come on. Make more sentences.
Ma'am, I always take healthy
Ma'am,
food
this is-
and avoid junk food. Even then, I could not gain any more weight.
Not gain any weight. Okay, that's fine. That means your immune system is You know, it depends. I know many people, they eat a lot but they don't gain weight. Yeah, because their
Yes,
immune.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
But by the way, junk food is so delicious, ma'am.
Yes. It's
It's
delicious.
also right.
Yeah.
Ma'am, but I want to say that whenever I took junk food, I felt like vomiting. So I just don't
Oh
like.
my God.
You
What kind
feel
of guy you are?
like you're gonna vomit. Okay.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, this is Shivam. We all used to eat chalk in our childhood. Chalk. We all used to eat chalk in our childhood.
What is the meaning of chalk, ma'am?
स्लेटी कहते थे उसको. चॉक थोड़ी ना खाते हो, चॉक तो थिक होता है.
I could not
Chalk,
understand, ma'am.
like
Yes,
Ma'am, there
ma'am,
are
but
many children who used to eat
Yeah, उसको
chalk in their childhood. Yes, ma'am.
वो
I'm sorry, ma'am.
वो स्लेटी थोड़ी पतली, वो चॉक चॉक ही कहते
That
हो
is
आप.
Saleti.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is said in Saleti in Punjabi.
हाँ, स्लेटी.
Not Saleti.
हाँ, मैं
I
खाती
don't know
हूँ.
what it's called in English.
Yeah, I think you have a desire to eat that if you have a deficiency of a calcium.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
and ma'am, what is called the chalk in English?
Chalk is
Chalk,
chalk.
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 chalk is chalk.
Excuse me, ma'am.
CHALK. L is silent. Yes.
Excuse
Okay.
me, ma'am.
I'm Bridget, ma'am.
Ma'am, I could not
Yes.
understand. What is chalk?
Chalk. I don't have chalk here, but chalk.
Teacher always use chalk on the blackboard.
On blackboard.
And people here, it's very common. The children use
Have
chalk.
you seen blackboard in your class?
It is used for writing. It is used for writing purpose.
Yeah, yes. The white and different colors of chalk is available.
It's a writing utensil.
Yes, ma'am.
Utensil कहते
In,
हैं. अब देखो आप utensil
in
कहोगे तो
school days.
utensil.
In school days.
Okay. I came to know that now. Yeah.
Yeah, in school days, you must have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was kid, that time I used to also use.
Yeah. So you,
Okay.
here what I was saying is the writing utensil. अब आप कहोगे कि utensil तो बर्तन होता है. Utensils तो बर्तनों को कहते हैं utensils. Utensils जो है वो writing utensils भी कहते हैं. लिखने के जैसे पेन है, पेंसिल्स हैं, chalks हैं. Those are all writing utensils. There are so many words are cultural words, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And we can see that it is the means of writing.
Give.
Ma'am, I am unable to see the word. Ma'am, please, can you show once more?
Please give me a chocolate.
I could not see, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Please give me
a watch.
Okay. इसके मुझे is this a regular verb or irregular verb?
Regular verb.
Irregular, ma'am.
Irregular.
Irregular.
Can you tell me the form?
Regular.
Give, given.
Given.
Please give me your
Giving gifts.
Yes. Okay. Give, giving. Or giving. अगर आपको right?
Shall I make this?
Yes.
And
I gave
shall I
him
make this,
a
ma'am?
gift on his birthday.
I give what?
A gift on his birthday.
I give.
And now I'm gonna make sentence, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this chance to communicate with another student.
Good. Excellent sentence. Come on.
I love giving away the candies and sweets to the poor children.
Okay, I love giving candies and sweets to the poor children. You are doing a good deed, but at the same time, giving sweets. Uh, yes, okay, yeah, okay, good sentence.
You
Who-
should give up your
Ma'am,
bad habits.
please give me your pen.
Please give me your pen. Actually, please give me your pen is fine, but in other words, the most appropriate way to use is may I borrow your pen? Are asking for protection. When you're asking, give me your pen, and that means you have a right to get it. No, if someone's gonna say why, right? So the most appropriate way to say is like, may I borrow? Request. May I borrow? Or can I? I mean, in America, you can say, can I borrow too? But in India, can is a
Yeah.
disrespectful way to
In
say it.
India, could and would is so formal. In India,
Yeah,
could and would is so formal.
yeah,
When we are working and when we are talking about the official work, then we have to use the could and would verb.
right. Okay. Could I use your pen? Could I borrow your pen? Yeah,
Could you
that's fine.
please talk to me in English? Could you please go there?
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's
Please
fine. You can use
visit.
the button to say the things. Yes.
No, I don't want to give up my English learning from you.
I don't want to give up my, okay, give up.
Learning from you.
Okay, yes.
Giving happiness to others is a good thing.
Good
Yes.
deed.
Happiness to others is a good deed, or yes, yeah,
Deed.
it's yes. Deed or deed. Deed. Uh-huh. Okay.
You should give up your bad habits.
Yes, give up. Give up करना छोड़ देना किसी चीज को, right? Yes. Give up your bad habits. Yes, excellent.
You should never give up in your life
Never.
because our life is a lifelong process.
Yeah, yes, never give up in your life.
Yeah,
Excellent.
you should try from born to death.
From birth to, yeah, from
Yeah,
birth.
birth to death.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Yes, because learning. Okay, the next one. Anyone?
Ma'am, wanna give chance to everyone to speak in English.
Ma'am,
Yes.
giving suggestion to anyone is easy, but follow those suggestions is very difficult.
Yeah, I like that. Yes, giving suggestion is very easy task, right? But following the directions is the hardest one. Yes, yes, excellent. Yeah, I know. People just, and moreover, giving advice, it's free. And people are always ready to give advice, right?
But
This.
never follow.
And they don't even follow what they tell you to do sometimes.
And as you know, ma'am, it is a
Ma'am, not
famous
sometimes,
proverb. So they
most
give
of the
respect
times.
and take respect.
Okay. You said sometime, yeah.
And you know, ma'am, and it is famous proverbs to give respect then take respect.
Yeah, give respect and take respect. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way too.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, norm. Yeah,
Giving
exactly.
respect to someone
Mainly in workplace, like offices.
and it's everywhere. People are same everywhere. Mentality is same everywhere. Don't think that if it's in America, then people don't talk or people don't gossip or people don't do backbiting. It is there everywhere because it's a human tendency. And
Yeah, exactly.
it is same. Groupism, criticism, backbiting, everywhere. Yes, yes. But the only difference here is cultural wise is that your neighbors they don't interfere in your life.
But in India, our neighbors also interfere, but it is also a good thing, ma'am.
Yeah. No, working environment I think is same everywhere. It is same because when I started here, I was like, yeah, okay, it's same. It's same. 100% same. don't think that it's not here.
But nowadays, India also, ma'am, the relationship between peoples are more like Western countries.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So, one more, I think. Give. We did that work. Haha. Let's talk. This is your time now in India. Let's talk about
Time to
Everybody
sleep.
loves sleeping.
love.
Everybody loves sleeping.
Everybody love to sleep. Everybody
Love
love.
to sleep.
Yeah. Everybody love to sleep. Really? How many of you are ready to sleep right now? Are you
After
ready?
2 hours.
Yeah,
After
I'm gonna to bed for sleep now
you
because
are
I
going to
feel because
ready
now
to
I feel
sleep.
sleepy. Because now I feel
Uh,
sleepy.
yes, you are sleepy and ready to sleep. Excellent. So,
The
what time
person
you
who is
go to sleep?
I
normally
go to
normally I go to bed at uh, 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Ma'am, sleeping is hurrying up for me these days.
What?
Means sleeping is hurrying up for me these days.
Hurrying up you?
Yes, ma'am. Hurry up.
Sleeping is hurrying up me
What
in
are you
these.
saying,
she
ma'am? I
want
also need to understand.
Ma'am, I mean, she is saying
Ma'am,
about
I just want to ask you that what is the participle form of hurry up?
I
Hurried.
think
Yes,
Hurried.
ma'am.
Yes.
This is the
ma'am,
second
hurry
form,
up
but
is
I
an
want to ask you
interjection.
the continuous participle form.
स्लीपिंग में आप का कॉम्बिनेशन नहीं बन रहा कहीं पे भी.
Okay, ma'am. I may be wrong.
You can say my sleep is forcing me to go to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like कह रही है चलो मेरे साथ तो बहुत
I
होता है
go
रात.
to the bed earlier, ma'am. It may be I go to the bed earlier.
Yeah.
early you can say, not earlier. Early.
Bed early, not
Yeah,
earlier. I go to bed early.
yeah, I go to bed
Yes.
early.
Okay.
Early.
And ma'am,
Or
I
I
think
like to go to bed.
hurry up is not I think verb. That is I think adjective. Hurry up.
Yeah,
Hurry,
hurry.
Because I
hurry
think
up is an
we
interjection.
cannot describe V1 to V5 and all.
Yeah, hurried. I was in.
No, I
He
haven't
was
listened that, ma'am.
I am in hurry.
go to.
Yeah,
Hurry
yeah,
is
that's I am in hurry. That is correct.
जल्दी करना.
hurry
Hurry.
is correct, but hurry up is an interjection, so we can't change their word
No
forms.
interjection. No, that is adjective.
Hurry up, hurried. Hurried is you use because देखो बहुत सारे words हैं. They are you use those words in adjective forms में भी use होते हैं. The words sometimes use in a noun form में भी कई बार use होते हैं. कई बार verb form में भी use होते हैं. कई बार noun है वो verb भी
Yeah,
होता है.
ma'am,
So there is
that is the thing that now sometimes we might gonna confused. We are unable to recognize that is verb and that is adjective. And
yeah,
what is this?
yeah, you can
How,
easily confuse with
how
that,
can we?
and that confusion can come over only by practice. When you use those words into practice, then
Yeah.
you sometime, when you use it in your writing or in your speech, then sometime you see that कि इनका कोई combination बन नहीं रहा, तो वो आपको अपने आप ही बड़ा पता चलना शुरू हो जाता है. But that comes with practice. अब मैं कई बार आप कुछ कहते हो तो मैं फिर वो उनको ना रिपीट करती हूँ अपने माइंड में, तो फिर मैं सोचती हूँ कि इसकी सीक्वेंस बन रही है मेरे माइंड में कि नहीं बन रही. पर अगर आप मुझे ये पूछो कि मैम ये पास्ट पार्टिसिपल है, ये वो है, मैं राइट वे आई कैन नॉट टेल यू दैट वे ऑल्सो, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट अ ग्रामर टीचर. आई ऑलवेज से दैट कि इंडिया में जो है वो टीचर्स इतनी आपको ग्रामर टीच करते हैं कि उनको ग्रामर ज्यादा आती है, बोलना इंग्लिश में नहीं आता.
Yes,
तो
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In India,
This
if
is
we
the
join
reality of
a
our teachers.
English speaking course, then they also teach us the grammar, more and more grammar section. But
Right.
let's focus on the speaking course.
राइट. वो हाँ, यहाँ इंडिया में मैंने देखा जो लिखते हैं कि स्पीकिंग कोर्सेज हैं तो वहां पे होती वो सेम ही ग्रामर ही
Yes,
Like
ma'am.
who's speaking
But
here.
ma'am, I think you should understand that, ma'am, because in India there is no good atmosphere of English where people cannot get the good environment. They cannot listen. So that is why it is mandatory to teach the grammar and all. Because when we are going to speak, and if you don't know how to make the sentence, then how will you speak?
No,
So
I
we
am
can
not saying grammar is not important. I never said that, but
because ma'am, especially for Indian people, because they don't have a right atmosphere, they don't have a good environment where they can listen. So I think it is a first priority to teach the grammar rule so that they can understand, they can make the sentence. But those guys who comes from the other country like America, Canada, Britain, they can easily to get such kind of environment and they can easily to speak.
I understand.
We cannot say that grammar is not important.
But ma'am, teaching more grammar makes us confused. We always, when we have to talk,
We must first think
we
about the
have
grammar rules.
sentence or that sentence. These things makes us very confused, and we can't. I mean to say कि these things are obstacle in our way. That's why
Yes.
we struggle a lot to learn this language, because we always keep in always the things in our mind. I'm using this tense or not. What is this? So we can't speak whether we are good in
No, ma'am,
written.
this is not happening, ma'am. Listen to me, okay? Actually, if I talk about myself, if I talk about myself so far, whatever I'm speaking, thanks to grammar. Because if you don't know, if you're talking about the time, and if you don't know, here we have to use the preposition on and at, then how will you use it and how can you speak it? So you need to think about this.
But the thing
Ma'am,
is,
following your
learning any language, there is no need of grammar or tenses. When we have learned our native language, Hindi, then we grasp this language only by listening our parents or our surrounding.
That's
After
what I'm telling you, no, ma'am.
don't
That's
know
what
how
I'm telling you.
we learned this language.
That's what, ma'am, I'm telling you. In India, where you can listen English. Let me know. Do you use all day English with your child and with your children? Do you use? Let me know, yes or no.
I'm listening to the
Please
conversation.
don't be so aggressive.
I'm gonna speak at the end. I'm listening you right now because listening is excellent skill. Okay. Yes, I'm listening.
I accept it, ma'am. Okay, if you have a good, if you listen, then it's a good. I accept it 100%, 110%. But rarely we find the people where we can listen. And by the way, I love to listen those who are speaking English. And by listening, I improve myself a lot. But I mean to say
Right.
that from the beginning, from the scratch, we need to learn some grammar, like tenses and model. So these are the things we can make me, we can make me able to,
Nilesh,
speak.
No.
I think you expressed your point very in detail. Now I want to give a chance to speak on this topic to Sandeep and then Shivam and then Vana also because Vana did her masters in English. Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Ma'am, I want to say that following your guidance, I'm just doing everything in English. I'm trying my best because in these days when presentations are going on in my college, I'm giving my all the presentations in English, and you won't believe that I'm much better than in English than any other subjects. I'm performing very much better in English, and my teacher is also saying that you are much better than any other subject in your college. So, ma'am, it happens just by when you say that when you practice the language, then when you play with the language. And fortunately, I got one partner in my college who just belongs to English medium school, and she is a girl, and she always likes to speak with me in English. And but I think she is more stuck in grammatical rules. So I just don't stuck in the grammatical tools, because when sometimes she asked me that you don't even know about the grammatical rules, but even then you can speak. And ma'am, I want to say that when I'm speaking the sentences, I just don't rely upon the grammatical rules. I just to make the sentences, and without knowing that if I am correct or not.
Cross the message. You're just trying to cross the message कि दूसरे को समझ आ जाए आप क्या कह रहे हो, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shivam, you have anything to add?
Yes, ma'am.
Shivam, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I was saying that in India we study the grammar in a deeply because it is a part of a competitive exam in India. In every competitive exam and at a 12 plus level after graduation, you will find a English as a competitive exam in a competitive exam. That's why the grammar is very deep in India. We learn the grammar in very deeply, and for a casual English we don't need to go in very deep in English, but if you are living in India, you must want to give once time a competitive exam in your life. That's why everyone is learning a very deep is want to learn a deep grammar.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Vana and then first Vana, then Maria, your turn. Okay, Vana.
Ma'am,
Hello.
am I audible?
Mhm.
I mean, in my opinion, students here doesn't have a English background. Like they don't speak English like they are learned from their parents. So, in my opinion, we need an extra subject in our curriculum, like speaking English as a new subject. Like we can talk, and we must have that practical knowledge. We have to talk to the people, and you get a mark like that.
Okay.
So, I also have a degree in B.Ed math, like in a teaching career. Here I go as a training for 8 months or 6 months. The students are in a 6th grade or a 10th grade, doesn't know how to read a single sentence. They are that much bad. They doesn't know how to read that. I feel
Right.
bad for them. They don't know how to spell a word. They are that much bad. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, we need an extra subject, like we need to work on speaking skills more than giving importance to the grammar.
Right.
Like that. We need grammar, but when we have to open up and speak about that, we get it's more beneficial.
Right. Okay. So what about yes, Maria? What do you say?
Ma'am, can I make the sentence for sleep?
Oh yeah, sure.
Don't take pills like a tablet for sleeping. It is not good for health.
Oh, okay. I don't take sleeping pills because sleeping pills are not good for health, or you can say it's not good for health. Yes. I do not take. Or I do not take. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Sleeping.
okay.
Yes. Excellent. Jashri, do you want to add anything in this discussion about grammar?
Grammar is sorry, I am Zeba. Grammar
Yes.
is important for writing, not for speaking. Speaking is just a medium to convey your views to others, to for their understanding.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, as
Yeah.
I remember, I have read somewhere only 5% of the English people speak properly according to the grammar rules. But
I mean, okay.
most of the English people also don't use the right grammar.
Okay. Okay. Is there anyone who wants to contribute?
And my teachers also told
Yeah, I
in
would
my
say, ma'am.
classroom, just
I would say,
speak,
and
don't think
I would
about
say,
grammars more and more. And ma'am, I have two teachers in my school days for English. one teacher always said that don't think about the grammar rules, just speak in front of your class students. But and then we students speak in the class, and there is less hesitation in us. But one teacher who always follow the grammar's rules, in their class we always stuck in the middle because of the fear.
Right.
And
Fear.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, of course, fear. Yes. I
Because
mean,
if we want to speak something, we must think about the grammar rules in our mind first,
right.
then say something else in the class.
Ma'am, I would say in the end,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, I was saying that I was not saying that grammar is very important. I was saying that, and I was talking about the Indian people who
Yes,
comes from
grammar
the
is
India.
important, but not too much
Jyoti, listen to
important.
me. Let me
Because
complete,
Let
Jyoti.
one person finish, and then please, if you have something to say, that's fine. Okay.
Jyoti, let me speak, okay?
okay,
This, go ahead.
Actually, I was talking about the Indian people.
Right.
I was not against with the those students who are talking about grammar is not important.
Right.
I also know I also know grammar is not important for the speaking purpose. But if we live in India, then you tell me and tell me honestly how did you learn to speak English?
Okay.
By listening?
Tell
Let
me
me
on.
know. Jyoti, let me know. Did you
yes,
learn speaking by listening? And you learned, first of all, the rule of grammar and all.
we must learn something about grammars in our school
That's
days.
what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. And you all of me took me wrong.
No,
No,
no, no. I am not talking about you are wrong. I am not.
question and
I didn't mean that.
right.
Don't think so, Mithilesh. I
And
didn't mean that you are wrong. You are right. But
stop now. No, there is no any. Okay, here, see, this is called open-minded discussion, and that's the reason I was quiet and I was listening everyone's opinion, and we all respect other people's opinion.
yes,
And here, whatever you think, it's your opinion, and opinions are not always 100% correct because that is something you think, right? If we talk about facts, then fact is something we can prove with evidence. We can show it, okay, this is the evidence, and see the results, right? So opinions, you have it, it's okay. So no one should feel offended about their opinions, okay? And we are very respectful, and that's something I feel like sometime it's missing in our Indian culture.
Yeah.
Having your opinion is a wonderful thing. That means you are thinking. That means you are using your thinking skills, right? Now, let's talk about if grammar is important or not important, or if you are living in an English speaking country or not living in an English speaking country. You all are absolutely correct in your point of view. Whatever you are telling me, it's good, right? But here, see, grammar is a backbone of the language. In pretty much every language, the language which we use in writing and reading, right? The language that has words in written form, उसमें ग्रामर की इम्पोर्टेंस है, चाहे वो हिंदी है, इंग्लिश है, बंगाली है, उर्दू है, कोई भी लैंग्वेज है, इंग्लिश है, राइट? सो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ लैंग्वेज, इट्स अ बैकबोन ऑफ द लैंग्वेज. जब तक जैसे, क्योंकि अल्फाबेट्स हैं या वर्ड्स हैं, it's not gonna make any sense if they are
Yeah.
all in isolation. You have to put it together in order to cross your message, and for that you need grammar, right? क्योंकि आपको पता होना चाहिए ना कि ये एक्शन है या ये जो preposition है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वो आपको सिचुएशन बताती है, कोई चीज कहाँ पे है, राइट? लोकेशन, इन अदर वर्ड्स, लोकेशन है, तो सब्जेक्ट कौन है, किसकी बात हो रही है, बारे में बात हो रही है, राइट? सो ग्रामर इज इंपॉर्टेंट. what is the problem in education system is when you are learning as a second language or a third language. I'm talking about English because you are not born in English culture. First of all, you are not born maybe in a parents in a family where your parents speak English, right? Because there are kids, they in India also the parents speak English, and when they are born they just start learning from their parents and they grasp it very quickly, right? You all are, your family environment or your surrounding, your social life is very unique. You each have a very unique environment around you, right? About language speaking or practicing, your schooling, these all things matter, right? And some people are, बोर्ड्स बड़े हैं आपके, इंग्लिश मीडियम में हो नहीं हो, मेरा पॉइंट है कि देखो, जो भी, द पॉइंट इज कि फोकस focusing only on grammar and not learning and using the language in a real situation is the problem. Now when I say that, उसमें क्या है कि ग्रामर की भी देखो स्टेजेस हैं. We teach grammar here to our students. They come from other countries and they are learning English as a second language. We teach them grammar. Even we teach the grammar to the native speakers also, right? But point is कि grammar ही सब कुछ नहीं है. That is a part of the language और important part है वो language का, ये है. पर जो वहां पे जो इंडियन, it's only more grammar focused है. बट लैंग्वेज में फिर वो क्या है कि आप सारी उम्र ग्रामर ही सीखते रहते हो बट आप उसको सही से यूज नहीं कर पाते. वो प्रॉब्लम है. प्रॉब्लम वो है उसमें. वो जैसे कह लो जैसे मैथ के फॉर्मूलास हैं, उन्हीं को याद करते रहो तो वो वैसे तो बात नहीं ना बनेगी. इसीलिए जो ग्रामर है उसकी बेसिक स्किल आप सीखो. नाउ अब ग्रामर पे भी देखो, जब मैं आपको कोई लेसन टीच करती हूँ मैं कह देती हूँ स्टार्ट में कि दिस लेसन इज फॉर इंटरमीडिएट लेवल स्टूडेंट और दिस लेसन माइट बी फॉर हायर इंटरमीडिएट लेवल स्टूडेंट्स, राइट? अब मैं, अब बहुत सारी लैंग्वेज है जो मैं, एक इंसान जिसने अभी अल्फाबेट सीखे हैं और अभी सिर्फ एक सिंपल सेंटेंस बनाना आता है, आई प्ले इन द पार्क, आई ईट, I jump, I whatever you, I can see this. I mean, very simple sentences, right? उसको आप अगर हायर लेवल की एडवांस की ग्रामर सिखाओगे तो उसको क्या होगा, उसको समझ आएगी, वो कंफ्यूजन होगी. इसीलिए मैं कहती हूँ कि जो भी सीखो ग्रामर भी सीखो अपने लेवल के अकॉर्डिंगली सीख के उसको यूज करके आगे बढ़ो. दैट्स द पॉइंट. ये नहीं है, ग्रामर इंपॉर्टेंट है पर सिर्फ ग्रामर फोकस्ड नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे वाना ने कहा, वाना हैड अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट कि लैंग्वेज ग्रामर की क्लास भी होगी, जरूर हो, बट उसके साथ साथ यूसेज के, उसके यूसेज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो नहीं है वो पार्ट. अब वो कैसे होगा, वो देखो,
7, 8, 9.
वो कंटेंट से ही होगा. जब आप रीडिंग करते हो, राइटिंग करते हो, उसको यूज करते हो लैंग्वेज को, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अब मुझे किसी एक स्टूडेंट ने कहा था, मैम मुझे बताना हाउ एवर कहाँ पे यूज होता है और ऑल दो कहाँ पे यूज होता है, उस पर ऊपर एक लेसन बनाओ. एंड आई वाज लाइक मिसिंग द बिग पिक्चर. क्योंकि देखो अब जैसे अब यहाँ पे हम इस तरह से नहीं सिखाते लैंग्वेज कि मैं आपको हाउ एवर सिखाऊं और ऑल दो सिखाऊं. यहाँ पे हम ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मेथड सिखाते हैं कि जो ऑथर दे राइट समथिंग, दे यूज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मेथड. ना ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मेथड में आता है कंपेयर एंड कंट्रास्ट, राइट, प्रॉब्लम एंड सोल्यूशन, कॉज एंड इफेक्ट, व्हाट यू से, डिस्क्रिप्टिव में आ गया, I'm missing something, chronological order, sequential order, right? So there are like 6 7 organizational method hai. So if you, and that's what we teach our students from the beginning. जैसे वो फर्स्ट ग्रेड से शुरू होते हैं तो we teach them organizational method and this all language they learn through that. और वो जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ते जाते हैं वो उनकी वर्डिंग भी कॉम्प्लेक्स होती है. So they don't need to learn all these things separately because they know how to use it. That's the difference. अब उस अगर आप कहो कि कोई उस कंट्री में रहता है बोलता है या नहीं, that's not. And like some of you were saying कि yes, you don't learn your first language. And see here, I know there are so many misconceptions about language learning on YouTube channels, but let me tell you, if yes, you are born with your first language, you started listening your first language in your mother's womb. जब आप अपनी माँ के पेट में हो तो तब से ही आप सुनना शुरू कर देते हो अपनी लैंग्वेज को, right? And but when you are learning English as a second language, when you started learning in school, some people start learning in 4th grade or 5th grade or in 6th grade, and then you have to start with the grammar also. You need grammar, right? So I agree with मिथिलेश के ग्रामर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट ये भी है कि सिर्फ ग्रामर फोकस नहीं है, ग्रामर को लेवल्स में जब आप शुरू करते हो, इजी से शुरू करते हो. अब जैसे यहाँ पे देखो, हम ग्रामर जैसे फॉरेन स्टूडेंट्स को मैं कर रही हूँ बात, यहाँ पे आ गई इंग्लिश एज अ सेकंड लैंग्वेज में हम ग्रामर कैसे टीच करते हैं. वी जस्ट टीच देम इन द बिगिनिंग प्रोनाउन, वेरी सिंपल प्रोनाउन. अगर इफ दे आर ऑन लेवल 1, बिगिनर लेवल इंग्लिश में है, तो वी जस्ट स्टार्ट टीचिंग देम फ्रॉम प्रोनाउन लाइक ही, शी, इट, राइट? एंड then we start we, they, like that, you. बड़े सिंपल से शुरू करते हैं. then we just teach them present tense टीच करते हैं. हाँ, वो प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो they start learning, and but grammatically then we start adding it more, right? So हम उनको steps में add करवाते हैं language को, grammar के skills को, but at the same time they are using that language, they are practicing with that language. वो important है, right? और वो होता है when you read a lot and when you speak, of course, practice, and it's in every. That's why I always say, if you want to become fluent, do not set your limits मत सेट करो कि मुझे सिर्फ यही सीखना है, वो वही सीखना है. नो, अनलिमिटेड स्किल्स. उसमें लिसनिंग भी है, रीडिंग भी है, डिस्कशन भी है, राइटिंग भी है, क्रिएटिव भी, इंक्वायरर. देन यू कैन बिकम एडवांस्ड इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज स्पीकर, रीडर, राइटर, everything. Yes.
Ma'am, I want to say something. Ma'am, as I think I am totally born and brought up in Bihar, and in our Bihar we see that our English teachers just read the English textbook and elaborate the things in Hindi, not in English. They just elaborate the things in Hindi. They even don't use the simple sentences in English and ask the children to say something or give their viewpoints on the topics, and this became the problem.
No, but they expect their students to answer in English or in their language.
Ma'am, I have something to tell you, ma'am, about this matter.
And in the
let Jyoti finish.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Jyoti, you just go on.
So you're done, Jyoti?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? Yes, ma'am.
So are you still saying or you're done?
Yes, ma'am. I have finished, ma'am.
Okay, what you want to say? Okay, guys, next 5 minutes maximum. Then we have
Actually, you know what, ma'am? I was saying that Jyoti have spoken that in Bihar especially, and I'm also for the kind information, Jyoti, I tell you, I'm also from Bihar, from Madhubani district.
Yes.
And I have also seen that when our teacher teaches any kind of English story, poem, and story, they try to also they try to make us understand and in English. But after that, students students keep insisting, sir, please tell the Hindi meaning. So that is, so we cannot blame the only teachers.
Yeah,
It
and
is
more
we have also some problems.
Right. And moreover, I will say when you say about, and it depends on the teacher also. And in
Yeah.
every school or every person is different,
Because
right?
ma'am, and because ma'am, for the kind information, I just tell you that I'm also from Bihar, and nowadays I'm also teaching the student for kids, and whenever I spend time in classroom, I try to speak English.
Mhm.
Whatever I spend my time with my students.
Right. Of course, you have to. Then they will pick up the language from you, right?
Exactly, because I also believe that listening, speaking comes by listening and speakings.
Practice. Yes, yes, you have to. Yeah, I mean, okay. But Jyoti is saying it's all generalization, and that is also one of the organizational method. Generalize mean you generalize that it's like a population is doing it, but even when we generalize, the exception is in every field, right? So Mithilesh, you might be the exception, and maybe the people you know are exceptional, but majority of the people, what Jyoti is saying is majority of the people, she is generalizing it, that majority of the people actually express it more. They read it in English. And I agree with you, Jyoti, because I have seen that too. But even students here on this channel, they ask me to translate in Hindi also. And then other students come here and they say, ma'am, don't speak Hindi, don't speak. And I was like, you
Ma'am,
know what?
actually, there was a time, okay, and they used to teach, a different way. But now the time has been totally changed. Ma'am, in my city, in Madhubani, if I talk about Madhubani city, there are lots of teacher and they can just provide the good knowledge. They don't
Right.
speak a single word of in Hindi. They can teach in English. And that is why, nowadays, thanks to my teacher, and I am fluent in English.
But is my English pronunciation is like hard that you some people don't understand me? Is it the case?
Your
Is
pronunciation.
No,
no?
ma'am. No.
Okay. Because I that's the reason I always try to speak slow and clear so everyone can get it. But still, I get sometime, ma'am, Hindi mein but I say that, see here, I am not in a favor to translate each and every word in Hindi or in any other native language. But that's what we do here also. We give the students to have that option. They can translate in their language in immersive reader. Immersive reader is when you go to the Microsoft Word, there is a place with where you can translate it in any language. So we give them that option that you can translate it. But when we teach or discuss in the class, we just do it in English. So that is called providing a support in their native language. एक support देना is completely different than translating word to word. वो इफेक्टिव नहीं है. सपोर्ट इज इफेक्टिव बिकॉज दे नीड अ सपोर्ट समटाइम. अगर कोई कॉन्सेप्ट किसी को समझ नहीं आ रहा, then you have to explain them in their first language so they can make the connection. And it's
Exactly, ma'am.
need it. They need it
As a
sometimes.
support, we must utilize it.
Right, right. And that's what exactly I do here on my channel. Sometimes I speak in Hindi, and that's my only the purpose is to provide them and make a concept clear if someone didn't understand something, right? So that's important. Okay, guys, we really had a very healthy discussion today, and I hope you like this lesson. And please go to my video and give me thumbs up if you like it, and spread the word. Share my videos with.
Okay, ma'am. And let me tell you, ma'am, don't, no need to say, ma'am. Okay, it is our responsibility to share your videos. Why not? Because the way you are teaching is excellent. Definitely, I will share on each and every platform.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, so actually, I am actually thinking to make a charity box where please do some charity because I'm spending all my money out of my pocket.
And ma'am,
And,
so far your channel hasn't been, monetized.
huh?
So far your channel hasn't been monetized.
It is monetized now. You didn't
Okay,
see the ads. It's
but you
just
are not get, but you are
monetized.
not getting us any kind of money.
No, it's no. I mean, come on. Uh, I'm not gonna tell you how much I make hourly because you will be like, yes, here. But this is something I love to do, and this is something I love to do. And
Ma'am, am I audible?
anything, nothing, nothing out of my pocket, everything. Yes.
Ma'am, I was saying that now we are going to end this session. So I want to just say that what we have learned today from this session, a very great thing I have learned from this session, that how to build a good vocabulary with your friends. Like today you gave us lots of words for making a sentences, and we make a sentences. So now, by the way, these words were very, very basics. But when we come to on very hard words like if we want to learn any new words, so there is a very great idea to make a group of your 5 friends and discuss the words with them. So if each of them will make a 2 sentence, then we will remember the word for forever in our life. So it's very great technique to discuss the word with the group, not lonely, not alone. Just discuss the word with the whole people, and the problem will come, and you will also get the solution very fast. I have learned this great strategy today for. Yes, ma'am.
Next week I'm gonna bring another for you. Sorry, and we learned the word give, right? One, like not learned it, used it. You all know this word, give, and then ride, right? And the other was work, right? Work and sleep and eat and ask and draw and drive, right? Only these words we learned, and we spent almost 2 hours on this discussion. But we had a very healthy discussion about grammar and English, and I really loved today's session. And that's what I actually decided yesterday. You know what? I'm not gonna read anything with them. Let's do it a little differently, because that's what we do all the time, to read it, right? Okay, guys. So I will see you next Saturday. And then keep watching, keep spreading the message to tell your family and friends to support the channel. Have a wonderful day and good night, and have sweet dreams.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Good
you, ma'am.
night.
Same to
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.